There are not enough hours in the day to do life and cook dinner. I've got you covered. I've got 5 new recipes and all I need from you is 30 minutes. This first one is so good. You might want to double or triple the recipe because you can eat off of them all week. They are crispy, cheesy chicken patties, and I'm going to serve it up with a salad. If your kids love chicken nuggets, but you're tired of feeding them chicken nuggets, this is the dish for you. So I'm gonna start with boneless, skinless chicken breast. You want about 1.5 pounds, and you're gonna chop them up, kind of dice them up small. Only gonna be about 3 chicken breasts. This is a great way to kind of stretch out your chicken breast too. It will feed your whole family. You're just gonna add this to a bowl. I'm going in with a couple eggs. Also gonna grate in some cheese and onion. And you just need a few tablespoons. If you grate it, then you won't get big old chunks in there. I'm also going in with some fresh parsley. This is something I just always keep on hand. It's just a really cheap and easy way to add a fresh, kind of earthy flavor. A little ranch packet. I'm gonna use half in here and half for a dipping sauce. So excited to make this at work because now my dinner's cooked for tonight. Okay, so I'm just gonna stir that together. I'm gonna add in a little mayonnaise. I'm just gonna season it up with a little salt and pepper. And then I'm gonna stir in a little flour. You wanna stir in just enough flour till it comes together. It's just gonna help keep these patties together. Okay, so that's it. We're just gonna form these into patties and drop them in a skillet. Spoon about 1/4 cup of the mixture into the skillet. See that? Crispy, cheesy chicken patties. Each batch cooks in like less than 5 minutes. Because the chicken is cut so small, the patties are thin, it doesn't take that long to cook this chicken all the way through. Then you can just transfer them to a wire rack and keep them warm in the oven while you cook the rest. I'm just gonna keep these warm in the oven while I mix up the salad and then we're ready for dinner. Salad, my kids love salad. They call it a ranch salad or a Caesar salad. I'll add in some cucumber. I'm gonna add in some tomato too. Wish I had a stop clock. Dinner's ready. Couple chicken patties. We're gonna serve these with a little dipping sauce. The rest of that ranch packet with a little mayonnaise. And then you're gonna mix that together with a little lemon juice and a pinch of cayenne. A little sauce on the side, my kids will want that. This one is so good, your family will inhale it. Maybe one of the most flavorful ways to cook a boneless, skinless chicken breast. Perfect dinner. Number 2, Taco Tuesday with a whole new look. How about taco stuffed potatoes? Just grab your potatoes, scrub them up. Just gonna pierce them a couple times in the microwave. All right, then we're gonna get our filling going. I like onion in my taco meat. You're basically making that delicious dip that we love, the Rotel dip. Usually has sausage in it. I'm just doing ground beef. Now I just cook it all up in a skillet. Get my onion going for a couple minutes. You just need about 1 pound of ground meat. Woo! And then you're gonna go in with some taco seasoning. Homemade or store-bought is just fine. Right. Once that's all together, in with your can of Rotel. Okay, then in with the processed cheese. Sometimes everybody needs a little shortcut. Add it, and then it'll slowly melt as you stir it all together. And this is gonna be the perfect topping for our potatoes. Hot potato, hot potato. Okay, look, everything's ready. Hey, taco meat should always be made with Rotel. Okay, now we're about to make the most bomb potato you've ever had. When I do dinners like this, I just love to make it like a buffet, and then the kids can come in when they're ready, make their own taco. We're always in different schedules, so you know, nobody's really eating at the same time. I don't really need butter since I have all this cheese. I really don't even need salt, I don't think. Just to really give it the full taco experience, you need a little crunch, especially with Rotel. Loaded baked potatoes in under 30 minutes. Oh my God. I'd like to be left alone with this. 100%, this is the next thing you need to make on your next Taco Tuesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm breaking out the air fryer for this next one. This is an old favorite, air fried bang bang salmon. This can really be probably a 15-minute meal because it is that fast. Starts with a simple bang bang sauce. It's just 3 ingredients. Mayonnaise, and then sweet chili sauce. This adds a lot of flavor. You can use in marinades or dressings or other sauces. Super cheap at the Asian market. It's a good thing to kind of keep on hand. And then you're gonna add some sriracha. So the creaminess and the sweetness from that is gonna balance this out. Perfect. The sauce is gonna add enough flavor to the salmon. You can season it with a little salt to taste if you want, but I'm just gonna spread about a tablespoon onto each fillet and then just pop it in the air fryer. Lightly grease your air fryer, or you can put a little piece of parchment down on the bottom. The air fryer is the perfect way to cook this fish. You're gonna get a little crust on the outside, which is so good. I probably should have started my rice first because it's gonna take longer to cook than that salmon. The salmon's only gonna take about 8 minutes. Okay, so I start by sauteing my rice in the butter. This will really keep it fluffy while it cooks. 2 parts water to 1 part rice. You could use chicken stock here just for extra flavor. Definitely want to salt it. That's it. Bring it to a boil, cover it, and let it simmer till it's done. Salmon's going, rice is going. All that's left is my other side dish, which are going to be green beans. I'm going to steam them in the microwave and then hit them real quick in the skillet. That's all it takes. See how good these look? The sauce kind of caramelizes in the heat. If your air fryer goes above 400, crank it up. 425, 450 will be even better. These took about 10 minutes. They're kind of thick, so if your salmon fillets are a little flatter, it'll take closer to 8. Just plain butter rice is good for this because we have all that sauce. And then a little green onion. It's perfection. This is a beautiful restaurant quality dinner that doesn't look like it came together in 30 minutes. The green onion is essential. Just kind of ties it all together. It's sweet, it's saucy, the salmon is cooked perfectly. It's so tender and moist. It's the perfect dinner. You're gonna wanna make this one too. This next one is so easy. I'm gonna get my sides actually going first. I'm doing garlic butter chicken bites with smashed potatoes and roasted broccoli in half an hour. So I'm gonna start with my potatoes. Just gonna get these going in water and then bring it to a boil and let them cook while I do everything else. For my veg, I'm gonna do broccoli. My daughter just loves broccoli prepared this way versus boiling it. So you wanna get your oven going to 425 or 450. I'm gonna drizzle on olive oil. And then salt, pepper, garlic powder, and a little Parmesan. I'm gonna toss this together and then I'll sprinkle on the parm. Now this goes into the oven. It's only gonna take about 15 minutes, so just judge your timing based on everything else that's going on. You just need boneless, skinless chicken breast. I'm going with about 1.5 pounds. And then to a shallow dish, you're gonna add in a little bit of flour. We're not generously coating them, just giving them a really light coating of flavor so that it gets crispy. You're gonna cut your chicken into bite-sized pieces. Probably do this in a plastic bag. Now that I'm thinking about it. Just want a really light coating like that. So get your skillet hot. While the skillet heats up, I'm going to cube up some butter. You want to use cold butter whenever you're making a butter sauce. You'll whisk it in at the end and it'll stay creamy instead of getting all oily and separated. Then you want to place your chicken in a single layer and then don't touch it. They're almost fork tender. I'm going to go a little bit more so that way they're really soft so I can smash them easily. And the broccoli's looking good. All right, time to flip them over. Woo, look at that color. See these little like crunchy ones. I'm going to transfer these to a plate. And then you're going to wipe your skillet a little bit. Just adding a little more olive oil to help get the garlic going. And I'm going in about 6 cloves of garlic and more if you wish. Now I'm gonna add in some white wine. Right now this just reduces until it's almost evaporated. And I'm gonna go ahead and drain my potatoes. Drain them and then add them back to the pot. I'm just gonna set the pot right back over the stove just to let any other moisture evaporate out. And I'll go ahead and add in the butter and let it be melting while we finish the sauce. Liquid is almost gone. Now it's time to whisk in the butter. You want to make sure your heat is not too high and then go in with a few pieces at a time. Sauce is good and creamy, so garlicky and buttery. And then in goes the chicken. You're going to toss it to coat. Okay, these are done. I'm just keeping them on warm. Butter's melted in here. I'm doing this with the baby gold potatoes because the skin is so thin. It's okay. It's not like overwhelming when you mash potatoes with the skin on. With these. Smash and add a little milk, a little sour cream, and then season it up with salt and pepper. Dinner's ready. I just feel like I ran a marathon in 30 minutes. Garlicky, buttery goodness. Tender, flavorful, juicy chicken breast, creamy smashed potatoes, and roasted broccoli. This is, again, a perfect dinner. It's just so simple, yet so easy. Kind of just a new way to serve up your chicken breast. Roasted broccoli, don't steam it. You know, just adding flavor to the basics by just incorporating like new ways to cook them. Another winner. We're about to take it all home. That final trick uses our favorite packs of ramen to make a one-pot beef ramen dish. And the only thing you really have to chop up, a bell pepper. I love meals like this because they have extra veggie and it just kind of stretches out the meat. Satisfying and so easy. This one really only takes like 20 minutes to cook, so this is the perfect weeknight dinner. I'm using the lean ground beef, but you could use ground chicken, ground pork, or ground turkey. Well, let's cook, shall we? Going in to a nonstick skillet with my ground sirloin. You know, when we do one pot cooking, it's all about building the layers of flavor. So the first layer has been created with the beef. You can see it's kind of caramelized around the pan a little bit. That's going to be released in a little while. So now I'm going to go in with garlic, bell pepper, and our cabbage. This cooks down a ton, so it looks like a lot, but it's really not. 5 is a lot. You know, it's easy when you're just making a 30-minute meal every night, but I'm making 5 dinners in one day. For you. Once everything has softened and that cabbage has started to turn translucent, you're ready to go in with your liquids. These are going to deglaze the pan and then they're going to provide a flavorful broth to cook our noodles in. See, what do we say? Color equals flavor. We're going to bring this to a boil and then we're going to use our ramen. We're not using the little seasoning packets that are inside though. And you want to kind of nestle the ramen into the broth. You want to make sure it's fully submerged in there. Then I'm going to cover it and cook it undisturbed for about 5 to 6 minutes. 6 minutes, voila. That looks delicious. Right now we're just gonna gently steam the carrots in their residual heat and then cover it and take it off the heat. Perfect. You got ramen at home in less time than it takes to get takeout. Sprinkle of green onions and a sprinkle of sesame seeds. How does it taste? Well, let me tell you. The soy sauce gives you the saltiness. That hoisin sauce adds so much flavor. I did use a salted chicken stock, so that helps. Another one that every single person will love. And you can tweak it. You can add in other vegetables, use a different meat. Either way, you need to keep this one in your rotation. There you have it, 5 30-minute meals. It's a new recipe, Monday through Friday. You're gonna love these. Try them all and let me know what you think. So glad I have all of my family's dinners for the week.